Eddie, I'm not sure I've seen an emotional response from the audience since maybe Ricky Hatton. Why are this audience so invested in these guys?
It's a good question, and I'm learning now, right? I don't know. But what surprised me the most is this isn't people turning up like for a game show. These are people screaming and shouting with passion, right? It's mad. I don't know what it is, but we live in a world where these guys are the new role models, right? As a parent myself, like it, hate it, it's the truth. My kids, I want them to be inspired by Olympic athletes. The truth is they're inspired by YouTubers, and social media stars. So we can't just ignore that and say, oh, that's ridiculous. Like this is just how it is. So hopefully these guys, by the way, can actually be positive role models as well. And I know they're doing this and it's entertainment, but actually one thing I like about boxing is they're taking it seriously. They're following the code of the sport, and hopefully they respect it afterwards and they can get on. We'll see about that, but
Just on the subject of the role models, I think Logan did say he's going to kill KSI. I know it's a lot of bravado, but what's your response to that?
Yeah, I mean, again, heat of the moment stuff. He shouldn't really say that. A lot of fighters say that as well. I think the way that he says it is a little bit different to the way some people might say it, if that makes sense. I'm going to kill you, bro. That's these guys speak in a slightly different language, but they need to learn about the dangers of the sport, because when they walk into that arena on November 9th, it's going to be very dangerous.
Our last interview, we were absolutely flooded with comments with the mention of Anderson Gibb versus Jake Paul. Is that fight happening or not?
It will do. It probably won't be on November 9, but look, you saw the response tonight. Like the thing is here is DAZN particularly are going to bring in a huge amount of subscribers on November 9th, hundreds of thousands. How are you going to keep them for the month after that and the month after that? So that's something we've got to learn. Do we drop in a fight in December or January with Jake Paul? I don't know. We're learning, but we can't ignore it. Like I'm getting it all the time in my Instagram DMs. Put this on, Jake Gibb. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. I might phoning people up going, who's Gibb? Who's Face Sensei? I don't know who they are. But that's the world we live in. These guys, they're celebrities. They've got following. And at the end of the day, if they're taking it seriously enough, some of them have had fights already. It's just madness. I don't know what to think.
Are we likely to see more and more YouTube personalities on proper boxing shows to broaden the appeal of boxing, which essentially is quite a small market?
Possibly, but it's got to be decent. I don't want people on there that can't fight. I'm sorry. I watched one of the fights on the undercard of the last show. Some bloke was doing the floss and the other one was doing that thing my kid does. What's it, the hike or something? Not for me. Not for me. Jake Paul and KSI can fight. They're in great shape. They're athletes. They take it seriously. I'm good with that. They've turned professional, they had their medicals, they're doing VADA testing, they're doing everything that pro fighters should do, and they're training like pros. So I respect them, let them fight, and let them entertain. I was with Wayne Rooney at the Golovkin fight. He wants to fight Jonathan Ross. But he wants to fight Rio Ferdinand as well. Who knows? I mean, look, like people love boxing. Wayne Rooney's been boxing all his life. He can fight. Rio Ferdinand had a little stint. People love the thought of the challenge of having a fight. I've been in BBC Sport Relief got in touch with me, and they want me to run a series for Sport Relief. Same kind of thing. I think it's great. Anything that gets people interested in boxing, whether it's participating, whether it's watching, whether it's going to our shows, whatever it is, it's got to be great for the sport.
Just on that, Eddie, numbers. How does this compare in terms of viewership to AJ and Ruiz?
It won't do anywhere near the pay-per-view, UK pay-per-view that AJ Ruiz will do. It will. I don't know. I think this does 400,000 or 500,000 sign-ups for DAZN, and I think AJ Ruiz will probably do the same kind of numbers for DAZN. So
what does that say about boxing, though? That our biggest.
Yeah, but it's the new audience. It's not just how you compare it to a boxing audience. It's how you compare it to any audience. Forget boxing. Look at any sport, like rugby, cricket, golf. You think anything like that delivers numbers like this? Impossible. That's why, like, Sky look at it and they're like, we cannot believe it. Like, we've got a YouTube channel, Matchroom YouTube, right? Matchroom Boxing YouTube. Subscribe, please. Thank you. We're small. We've got 70,000 members. We only just started. For the AJ Ruiz press conference, I think we got 9,000 or 10,000 watching live. Tonight, we got 30,000 watching live, right, on our YouTube channel. So, again, we're tiny. They got like 1 million or something like that. But that shows you 3 times as many people have watched this than the AJ Ruiz press conference. And they've gone to our YouTube channel. Hopefully they stay, subscribe and watch all our other content, start learning about the sport, investing in the sport. Oh, we watched the Regis Progress, Josh Taylor. Oh, you know what? We'll go to October 26th. That looks fun. This is how it starts. But even if you can get 1% of this audience, it's great for boxing. So embrace it.